about fundamentals of accounting. In that we have two blocks. This is block two. But today I'm going to discuss in block one, that is introduction to accounting and accounting concepts and conventions. Okay. So now see, first is unit one, that is introduction to accounting. In introduction to accounting, first I'll go for meaning. A language is a means of a communication is a good a old saying. Every human being wants to convey his feelings, emotions, anger, etc. through his own language. Wait. See in the second para, let us try to understand various definitions of accountancy. Some of the definitions are given in the here. The American Institute of Certified Public Accountants as defined accounting as, see here the giving a clear picture of what is accounting. That is the art of recording. See, it is the main thing. First, you have to understand what is accounting means. It is an art of recording, classifying, analyzing in a significant manner, and in terms of money transaction and events which are in part at least of a financial character and interpreting the results thereof. See, this is the meaning of accounting. Here, next, what are the scopes of accounting? Okay, here, first one is a data creation. See, primarily, the transactions related to business have to be identified. It refers to the inputs for accounting, that is the accounting process. See, that is a data creation. See, first step is data creation. That is a primary data. Okay. Next, data collection. See, what is the meaning of data collection? See, data collection for accounting is historic in nature. See, it refers to the events which has already taken place. It is to be recorded, classified, and processed according to the principles of accounting. So they called as a data collection. Next, third is a data evaluation. The third step is a data evaluation. Okay, it is required. It is regarded as the most important activity accounting during these days. The data has to be evaluated for controlling the activities of the business through various techniques. For example, like preparation of budgets or fixing standards for every activity. That is called as data evaluation. Next, it is data reporting. So there is the last step. The data reporting consists of two parts. One is external reporting and another one is internal reporting. You have to understand what is external reporting and what is internal. See, external reporting refers to the communication about the business to shareholders. Business to shareholders, government agencies, and other outside parties. See, this is the external reporting. Whereas internal reporting, it is concerned with the communication of results to management for a decision making process. Okay. See here, bookkeeping. It is also one of the important bookkeeping. See, bookkeeping is as old as money. It existed even in ancient times. Let us take the tree. It has three main parts, namely the root and the branches. Bookkeeping is the root, is the stem, and the branches are financial accounting, cost accounting, management accounting, government accounting, human resources accounting, social responsible accounting, tax accounting, environment, inflation accounting, and many more. See, this is the very good concept. First, you have to understand what is book. See here, giving a clearly information. See, next there is a defined definition of bookkeeping. See, art of recording business transactions in a systematic in a systematic manner. Okay. See, now the differences between bookkeeping and accounting. Bookkeeping and accounting. See, first one is a bookkeeping is a primary stage. Of course, see, bookkeeping is a primary stage. Whereas accounting is a secondary stage. It begins, bookkeeping ends. Where bookkeeping ends. Next, a bookkeeping means the job of bookkeeping is routine. 1 second. And systematic manner. See, whereas we are bookkeeping, we are recording orderly and systematic manner. But whereas in accounting, to determine a profit and loss of financial position of the business. See, to determine means what? To calculate the profit or loss in the financial position. What's the financial position is going on in a business? Okay. It does not require a specific special knowledge and ability. These work. This work is done by machines. See, these work done by machines. But whereas accounting, it requires a special knowledge and ability. See, it requires special knowledge and ability. Special knowledge means what? There's a accounting knowledge. Okay. To make posting in the ledger and find balances only. But here accounting to examine the posting in order to find out accuracy and the preparation of trial balance. So next, final accounts. See, that is preparation of final accounts like trading profit and loss account and balance sheet is not bookkeeping. See, this is not a bookkeeping. Whereas accounting, we have to preparation of final accounts like trading, a profit and loss account and balance sheet is included in accounting. See, whereas you're doing accountancy, at the time we have to preparation of trial balance and trading account after the trial balance we have to take a ledger account after that we have to plan that is trading we have to preparation of that is trading account and profit and loss account and lastly we have find out the balance sheet. Okay, we are preparing a balance sheet. Unless a bookkeeper is not liable for accountancy work, but in accountant he is liable for the work of a bookkeeper. Okay, see here. Here, there are two systems in accounting. One is a single entry system, another one is a double entry system. So, a single entry system means it is a single entry system is one under which a complete record of each and every transaction is not kept. For most of the transactions, only one aspect is recorded. Hence, it is called as a single entry system. So single entry system is what? See, in the single entry system, does not record a fully transaction. Does not record a fully transaction. For most of the transaction, only aspect is recorded. Only which are those important that transactions only recorded. That is called as a single entry system. But whereas a double entry system is a complete record of each and every transaction is kept. See, it is very important. See, we are when we are doing a double entry system, at the time we have a record all the transactions. That is called as a double entry system. See here, for every transaction, both aspects are recorded. See here, every transaction is to be recorded. Okay, so this is called as a double entry system. And last one is a cash. What is a cash system? Under a cash system of accounting, only actual cash receipts and actual cash payments are recorded. See, cash system is what? Only recorded as well aspects of only cash. That is cash receipts and cash payments. See here some of the merits and demerits. Merits mean that this system of accounting is simple and appears to be realistic. This system is more objective because only fewer adjustments are required. This is most suitable for those organizations where majority of transactions are on cash basis. These are the merits of cash system. Then what are the demerits? It does not give a true and fair view of profit or loss account and financial position of the business. It does not follow the matching principle of accounting good, correct? It does not distinguish between capital and revenue items. Okay. So next, a very important topic, very important unit, that is accounting concepts and conventions. It will come for your examination. This is one of the important theory question for your exam. That is accounting concepts and convention. Firstly, what is accounting concepts? What is accounting concept? See, a concept is a self-evident proposition, something taken for granted. Since the general notions are they are called concepts. Concepts are also termed as the ground rules that govern accounting. Accounting concepts can be considered as a basic assumption. See, it is very important. This is a basic assumption or condition upon which the science of accounting is based. See, which the science of accounting is based. These assumptions are most natural and are not forced ones. So this is the most natural. Okay. See, some of the accounting concepts are given below. See, first one is a periodicity concept. Every business activity has a unique duration. Some business activity may end in a very short period of time, whereas other have a long duration. This concept insists that is irrespective of the longevity of the business, the results and the financial positions of the business should be reported at regular intervals of time. Further, this concept explains that every business activity should prepare the final account at a regular period of time. That is usually once in a year. See, periodicity concept means, see, we have to prepare a financial position, means that we have to prepare a balance sheet. When we are preparing balance sheet means at the end of the every year. See, when at the end of the financial year we have to prepare a balance sheet, because whether we have to find out the profit and loss account, or whether what the business is going. So that concept is a periodicity concept. Next, a dual concept. This is the fundamental concept of accounting. According to this concept, every financial transaction has two-fold aspect. One is a double entry system of accounting has been evolved based on this concept only. For every debit, there is a corresponding credit. It clearly explains that every transaction involves a two-way aspect. If there is a giver, there will be receiver. See, understand? A dual concept means it's a two concepts. One is the debit means, another is credit. One is the giver means there will be always, one will be receiver only. Okay. The receiving account is termed as debtor and the given account is called a creditor. If anybody loses something, there will be always someone who is benefited. See here giving example. For example, if the business purchases any asset, either it has to forego its cash balance or the liability to pay in a future increases. See, this is dual concept. Next, money measurement concept. Next, money measures. See, according to this concept, only those transactions which can be measured in terms of money can be entered in the books of accounts. See, there in the money measurement concept clearly explaining. See, which can be measured only in terms of money. That is called as a money measurement. This is because money is the only unit of measurement which is acceptable in all the business activity. See, ಯಾವುದೇ business activity money another end. So it is the only practical unit of measurement which can be employed to achieve similarity in the financial data. Of measurement we come across in quantitative data like production tons, sales in quintals, etc. These are the these are the examples for the money measurement concept. Then realization. See, in this concept, the recording of our transaction can be made only when there is a realization. What is a realization? See, a realization does not mean the money should be realized on the sale of goods or assets. It refers to the completion of transaction. This concept is based on the assumption that profit cannot be made without realization of sale proceeds. There is a good old saying, nothing can be said until the goods are sold. Very good. See, take for example, in the business realization concept, see, one is giving example. See, that is a business organization receives an order for supply of goods as on 1st April. It purchases raw materials on 15th April and produces the finish. See some of the giving examples for the relation concept. If you want to know more things, means you should go for example. Okay. Next, business entity concept. See, according to this concept, this separate and distinct from the person or proprietor or business entity. Every business has a unique identifier, irrespective of the form of organization. The affairs and activities of the business are separately recorded in the books of accounts. See, business entity, it is also completely a concept of, okay. Next, cost. According to this concept, an asset is recorded in the books of account at the price paid for it. The price paid for acquiring the asset is called the cost price. See, very important. That is a cost price. Okay, the cost price means the total expenses incurred to purchase the asset. The total expenses incurred to purchase the asset. That is called as a. Next, going concern concept. In this concept, it assumes that every business until there is their activities for a longer period of time. Concept clearly explains the life of the business. See, there is the life of the business. No business wants to close down their activities in a short period of time. ಯಾರು business ನ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾಳೆನೆ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಯಾರು ಆಸೆ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಎನಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಯಾರೇ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ದೇ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಆನ್ ಎ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಗಂಟ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. A business unit is deemed to be a going concern but not a gone concern. So ಯಾವುದೇ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅವರು ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಇರಬೇಕು ಹೊರತು ಗಾನ್ ಅನ್ನೋಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಅಲ್ಲ. ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಸಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫರ್ದರ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಲಾಂಗ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಗಂಟ ನಾವು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಾವು ರನ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ is the foundation for the principles of double entry system. It is a very debate ಯಾವುದೇ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇದ್ದರೆ the assumption of this concept is that the owner provides funds for the of as such the assets equal to the funds to be provided by the proprietor, which is generally termed as equity. That is equity. Evidence concept. See, already I told this is the most important question for your exam. What is accounting concepts and okay. Next, objective evidence concept. This concept is for the validity of the financial transactions recorded in the books of accounts. Every transaction entered in the books of account should be supported with some evidence. For example, any purchase of goods should have vouchers and invoices. Whatever you will do, invest. See, for example, you have purchased some goods, means you should have some vouchers or you should have some invoice. Okay. Any sale of goods should have a copy of the order received from the customer along with the vouchers. See, any of the asset are sold. Any of asset has to be sold or any sale of goods. I will pay. See, if you have sold some goods, means you have a the copy received from the customer along with the voucher. Okay. See, that is the objective. Next, matching concept. Matching means what? This is the concept discussed earlier. Already I discussed that is the first one, the periodicity concept. The financial statement has to prepare at regular intervals of time, usually once in a year, to know the results of the financial position of the business. Okay, that's a matching. Accrual concept. This concept differences between a payment expenses on one side and receipts and payment on another side. So this is a accrual concept. The word occur means items relating to that particular period, whether received or not, or whether paid or not. That is accrual concept. The last one is a capital concept. Last one is capital concept. The assumption of this concept that the capital by the proprietor must be recorded separately. Must be recorded separately. Capital is the foundation of any. The reward for the capital is the profit as stated in the economic theory. Okay. See, these are the concepts of accounting. Now we will go for accounting conventions. Now we will go for there are four conventions. Convention of consistency. What is the meaning of convention of consistency? See, consistency refers to is in accounting, a certain policies and practices needs a uniformity. Otherwise, the financial statements do not show a true and fair view of the financial position. ಸಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸಮ್ ಪಾಲಿಸೀಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸಮ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದೊಂದು ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮಿಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಫಾಲೋ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಶೋ, ಅದು ನಮಗೆ ಕ್ಲೀನಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರೂ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಟ್ರೂ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫೇರ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್. ನಮಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ನಮಗೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅಕೌಂಟೆನ್ಸಿ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು maintain a consistency. Okay. Next, convention of full disclosure. During olden days, people used to speak truth. Greater asset bank process, of course. See, olden days ಅಲ್ಲೇನು ತುಂಬ ಆನೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಲ್ವಾ. The same convention was extended to the field of accounting. It refers to the disclosure of the information in the preparation of financial statement. ಸಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ಲೋಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಏನು ನಾವೇನು ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಂಥದ್ದು ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ disclosed in the financial statement so that the users of the information can form a correct about the business activity. ಸೊ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡೋದು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ನ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡೋಂಥದ್ದಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ನ ಮಾಡೋಂಥದ್ದಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ನೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ನ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ವೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್. ಕನ್ವೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್. ಸಿ ಕನ್ವೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್. Conservation is as old as human civilization. It refers to the concept of awareness. It's uncertain, of course, as one has to be very sensitive about the future. The saving habit, that is, a savings habit, as is the best example for conversation, convertism. See, example is a saving habit. To meet the unforeseen contingency in future, save the deposit in the deposit the same in banks, a post office, in gold, or in any of the investment. See, conservation means what? See, future is we can't. Future is uncertain. Future ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Say for example, you're doing a business. You're doing a business means so sometime we don't know what will be occur in the future. Plus, so you have to save some money in the proper in terms of gold or in terms of other assets. Okay. Next, convention of materiality. Convention of materiality. This popular convention followed all over the world. According to this convention, accounting information represent only material facts. Facts which are immaterial should be either merged with the material facts or it should be ignored. The idea behind it is that the users of the information should be provided with only relevant material information. So this is convention of materiality. See, now I'm going for transaction. I'm going the meaning of transaction. Here we have a four transaction. Okay, a transaction is an event, an activity or dealing in the business, which is expressed in monetary terms or in a money is worth. Since the term transaction is always in relation to the business, it is generally known as that is a business transaction. Very important. That is a business transaction. Then what is business? See, any event or any activity which takes place between the business and others or between others and the business expressed in terms of money is called as a business transaction. See, the business transaction we have a four transaction. Classification as a four transaction. First one is a cash transaction. Any business transaction which involves a receipts of cash or payments. See, if you are doing in a cash transaction, if you are doing in a cash, that is called as a cash transaction. Okay, receive cash or cash payment of cash immediately is called as a, see, that is a cash transaction. See, when in giving an example, purchase of goods for cash, purchase of goods for cash. See, in this example, purchase of goods for cash. What is it? Purchase of goods. See, you are purchasing some goods in terms of cash. This there is a cash transaction. Next, credit transaction. Any business transaction which does not involve a receipts of cash or payment of cash immediately is called as a credit transaction. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಅಸೆಟ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಥವಾ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಬಟ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ ಎ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಅಥವಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋಂಥ ನಾವು ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಏನು ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. See, barter transaction. Any business and transaction which does not involve exchange of cash immediately or in the future date is called as a barter transaction. There will be an exchange. There will be an exchange of some items only, without involving the cash transaction. For example, exchange of old furniture for goods. Old furniture for goods. See, ಬಾಟರ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನ್ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಬಾಟರ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಫರ್ನಿಚರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಯಾವ್ದಿದೆ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಫರ್ನಿಚರ್ ಅದನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ನಾವೇನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ ಬಾಟರ್. ಸೊ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋಂಥ ನಾವೇನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ನೀವೇನೋ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಕ್ಯಾಶೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನೇನ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನೇನ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಬಾರ್ಟರ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎನಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ the payment of cash or receipt of the payment of cash immediately or in the future it is called as a paper transaction. So these are the types of transactions. Okay, next. So starting ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಫುಲ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, come to page number 26. Come to page number 26. See, this is types of accounts. Types of accounts. Types of accounts. See, types of accounts. See, one is a personal account, another one is impersonal account. See, there are two broad categories. One is personal account, another one is impersonal accounts. Then what is personal account? See, All accounts of persons with whom a concern carries a business are called as a personal account. See, with carries on a business whom ಯಾರು ನಾವು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಲೈಕ್ ರಮೇಶ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ಯೋಗೇಶ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಮಹೇಶ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. Personal accounts can be accounts of institutions ಅಲ್ವಾ. See, in also giving example like KSU account, new account, SI bank account, ಯಾವುದೇ ಆಗಲಿ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಡೇಟಾ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ವಿತ್ person, that is called as a personal account. Impersonal ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಆಲ್ ಅದರ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ನೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಐದರ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡುವಂತನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ಮೇ ಬಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಆರ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್. ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಜೊತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಜೊತೆ ನಾವೊಂದು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ನೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಐದರ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಆರ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಇಂಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ? ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಟೂ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಮಿನಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ಒಂದು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ರಿಯಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅನದರ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಮಿನಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ರಿಯಲ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ರಿಯಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೀಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ ಬೈ ಎ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ನ್. ರಿಯಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದ ಎನಿ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ owned by a business concern. It is called as a real account. Whereas nominal account, these accounts are the part of impersonal account which are related to the income, expenses, profits, gain and losses for a particular period. Say personal account ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್ ಗಳ ಜೊತೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ನ ಮಾಡಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ರಿಯಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಫರ್ನಿಚರ್ ಬಾಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಅಂತದ್ನ ಫರ್ಮಿಷನರಿ ದೀಸ್ ಮಂದದ ಯಾವುದು ರಿಯಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ವೇರ್ ಎಸ್ ನಾಮಿನಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಗೇನ್, ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್, ಲಾಸ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದ ನಾಮಿನಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್: salary outstanding, salary means what? See, salary means we are paying to labor, that is expenses. Rent received or commission received or interest received. See, these are the incomes. These are the examples for the nominal account. Okay, next of accounts. Next, books of accounts. Here the books of accounts generally are two different categories. One is journal and another is ledger. One is journal or subsidiary books. Next, what is journal? First, discover what is journal. The word journal is derived from the French terminology, a day. It is a daily record of business transaction. See, in one word only, we call as it is a daily transaction. What is that? Daily business. Daily record a business transaction, that is called as a journal. And what is subsidiary book? See, subsidiary book. In the subsidiary books, okay, we have see, subsidiary books means they maintain to keep track of a particular activity separately with the business. ನೋಡಿ, ಸಬ್ಸಿಡಿಯರಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಬುಕ್ ನ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನ್ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಬುಕ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂಡರ್ ಸಬ್ ಬುಕ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಬುಕ್ ನ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಬುಕ್ ನ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್, ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್, ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬುಕ್, ಬಿಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಸೀವಬಲ್, payable, and another is journal proper. Another is ಜರ್ನಲ್. ಇಷ್ಟು ನಾವು ಯಾವ್ದು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್? ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೇನು? ವಿಚ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವೇರ್ ದ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕೆಪ್ಟ್. ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೊಂದಕ್ಕೂ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ನಾವು ಏನಾಗ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ದ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ recorded in the journal or subsidiary book recorded in the ledger account. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಜರ್ನಲ್. ಆ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ನ ಬೇಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಸಬ್ಸಿಡಿ ಬುಕ್, ಇದೆಲ್ಲದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇವಾಗ ಫಾರ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಹೋದಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಲೀನಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಸಮ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. there are already we talked about the two types of account. One is personal and another is impersonal account. Personal account ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ದ ರಿಸೀವರ್ and credit the giver. Very important. So you have to understand the rules of accounts. Okay, if you have went for any interview, in interview you will be asked, can you tell me any golden rules of accounting? Means at the time you should answer these three rules. Okay, once again I will tell you. Personal account rules: what? Debit the receiver and credit the giver. What is the real account rules? Debit walks in and credit goes out. What is the nominal account rules? Debit all expenses and losses and credit all incomes and gains. Very important. Okay. Next, now I came for journal. Already I told journal. Again I will tell you, the word journal is derived from the French word jour, which means day. Therefore, a journal means a daily record. It is a book in which day-to-day transaction of a business are recorded in the order of date. Okay. Journal. Journal means it is a problem. Now I'm going for problem. First we have to understand what is the format of journal entry. What is the format of journal? First column you have to write it. Second column we have to write a particular. Third column you have to write LF. LF means ledger folio. Okay. Next, a fourth column is debit and the fifth column is credit. Okay, important. Page number 40. In the page number 40, I'm going to explain now. This page number 40. Page number 40. I'm going for problem. This will be coming for your examination. Illustration now. Problem number 1. Journalize the following. Journalize the transaction in the books of Raghu. Journalize the transaction in the books of Raghu. 2020. The January 1. In this question, giving some of the entries in the month of January. Okay. First one, January 1. Raghu commences business with cash. This is the transaction. Okay. Now we have to write a journal entry according to rules. Okay. Raghu commences the business with cash. For that, we have to write in the journal entry. First in the column we have to check it in page number 41. Journal entries. First column is date, second column is particular, and LF debit and credit. In the date column, we should write on the January 1st, in the particular column, you have to write the entry for a good commercial business with cash. That is cash account data to capital account. Cash account data to capital account. See here, a Raghu commencing business in with 10,000. So that one you should write on the debit side and the credit side. You have to enter on the both the side. That is one is the debit and another one is credit. Okay. Say when the person commenced with business in terms of cash, at the time you have to write the entry, that is a cash account data to capital account. In case, in case, in case any assets are bought, in case any assets are bought, for example, of Raghu commenced business along with furniture, at that time you have to write furniture account data to capital account. Okay. Okay, next, paid into bank. Next, paid into bank. See, paid into bank means what? Bank account data to cash account. See, you have to write the narrations also. In the first one, cash account data to capital account. In the that for that narration, being cash introduced by the proprietor means who is the Raghu. In the second one, paid into bank. That is bank account data to cash account. Means being cash paid into bank. Next, bought goods for cash. See, bought means what? Purchase. See, purchase means is a debit. Purchase account data to cash account. See here, you are purchasing in the terms of cash. When you are purchasing in the terms of cash, at the time you should write in cash only. If you purchase credit means you should write with whom you are purchasing. That name you should enter in the credit side. But here you are purchasing in the terms of cash. So you are writing purchase account data to cash account. That is amount, that is 3,000. In the narration being goods purchased for cash. Next, bought office furniture for cash. Bought office furniture for cash rupees 2,000. See again, bought means what? Purchase. What you are purchasing? There is furniture. Then you have to write office furniture account data to cash account is 2,000. Next, sold goods for cash. What? Sales. Sales means what? You are entering the credit side. Here, cash account data to sales account. Cash account data to sales account. See, if purchase comes, you have to enter in, you have to write in a debit side. If a sale came in, you have to write in the credit side. Again, sold goods to Vinay. See here, mentioning a name means there is a credit transaction. At the time you are right the name. There is a Vinay account data to sales account. That is Vinay account data to sales account. Next, bought goods from Hari. Bought goods from bought goods from. See again bought. Bought means what? Purchase. Purchase means you should write on the debit side. Purchase account data to. You are purchasing Hari. Hari means you are purchasing on the credit, on the basis of credit. So you should write on the Hari. For cash, you should write on the Hari because you did not did in the cash transaction. Okay. Next, paid rent to landlord. Paid rent. See, you are paying now. See, rent. That means nominal account. Nominal account means what? What is the rules? Debit all expenses and credit all incomes and gains. See here, what are the expenses? You are paying rent means that is rent account data to. Rent account data to cash account. Rent account data to cash account. Next, sold furniture for cash. Sold furniture for cash. Sold furniture for cash. See here, cash account data to furniture account. What is selling? Furniture. Furniture means you should write furniture account. Next, received commission from Sachin. Received commission Sachin. Received commission from Sachin. What is the journal entry? Cash account added to Sachin's account. So you are receiving commission. You are receiving commission. So you have to write cash account added to Sachin's account. Next, sold goods to Shankar. Sold goods to Shankar. So you have to write Shankar's account attached to sales account. Shankar account attached to sales account. Next, bought goods from Prabhu. Bought goods from Prabhu. Bought goods from Prabhu. Purchase account attached to Prabhu's account. Purchase account attached to Prabhu account. Next, paid carriage. See, paid means what? Expenses. Expenses means you should write on the debit side. That is carriage account attached to cash account. Carriage account attached to cash account. Next, paid postage. Paid postage. Again, paid anta ಬಂದಿದೆಯಾ? Paid means what? Expenses. You are paying. You are paying means what? That is the expenses. See, postage account attached to cash account. ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ನೆರೇಷನ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. Credits will amount you should write on the both side, debit side and credit side. Okay. Next, there is the last entry, that is withdraw cash from personal use. See, personal use ಅಂತ that is a drawings. ಸಣ್ಣ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲೂ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಡಿ. You should write on the behalf of personal use, you should write on drawings account. See, drawings account always ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವತ್ತು ನೀವು ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವತ್ತು ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೋದ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಥರ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ನೋಡಿ. ದೀಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗಿವನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್. ಅರೌಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 10 to 15 marks. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ. ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬಂದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಏನೇ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಇನ್ you should chat in a message box. I will reply. Okay. ಏನೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಏನೇ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಬಂತು ಅಂದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಕೇಳಿ, ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. Today I complete one problem that is in the journal. If you have any doubts you should ask. I will once again. If you have any doubts you should ask once. I will explain once again. Okay. In the next class I will explain what still we have many problems in the journal. Still we have 3 problems in the journal. I will complete today. I will complete. In the next class there is 78. Again I will not take you. At the time I will finish the journal entry. If you have any doubts you should chat in the chat box. ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಡೌಟ್ ಬಂತಂದ್ರು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಎಂಟ್ರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಡೌಟ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡೌಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಂತ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಂಟ್ರಿ 100ಗೆ 200% ಜನರಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬಂದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಜನರಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನೋ ದ ರೂಲ್ಸ್. ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ there are 3 types of accounts, that is a personal, a real and nominal account. ಜನರಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಫಸ್ಟು ನೀವು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು. ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಏನು? ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ದ ರಿಸೀವರ್, ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ದ ಗಿವರ್. ರಿಯಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಏನು? ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾಸಸ್. ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ and credit what goes out. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. This is the rule of real account. Nominal account rules: so debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Credit all incomes and gains. ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೀವು ಜನರಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ so today I will close for the here. Next class means today only. Again I will take journal entry problems. Okay, thank you.